The Looney Tunes are back! As long-awaited on-again, off-again Daffy Duck and Porky Pig feature film has finally been announced for a 2024 release, and this time it's coming to theatres. All the news right here. You heard that right, the long-gestating Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up, featuring everyone's favourite madcap pairing, Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, is finally headed our way. In case you need a bit of a refresher on this constantly changing story, the long-awaited Tunes movie was announced over 2 years ago, back in September of 2021, and was intended to be the first of a potential long lineup of Looney Tunes cartoons spin-off television movies, produced in the same style as the recent revival series of Toons, which came to an end earlier this year after offering fans 1,000 minutes of all-new Looney Tunes shorts. In July 2022, Warner announced the title of the film to be The Day the Earth Blew Up, an homage to the over-the-top, corny, campy sci-fi action flicks of the 1950s. They confirmed that the film was set to hit HBO Max sometime very soon, with a roughly animated scene even released publicly that September. Of course, in late 2022, Warner Brothers made it clear that they were facing rough times and began cancelling projects left, right, and centre. A theatrically scheduled and practically completed Batgirl movie was cancelled altogether as a tax write-off, and in an event I dubbed the Warner Animation Decimation, dozens of animated series, specials, and movies got removed from HBO Max and all online platforms, while a handful of in-the-works animated productions, including a Scoob Christmas special, a Batman Christmas special, and a number of Looney Tunes movies, were announced to be cancelled altogether or shopped around to other distributors and platforms. Amongst the titles caught in the wildfire was The Day the Earth Blew Up. Skip forward to June of this year, 2023, and Warner's finally announced that the film was still in production and set for a release relatively soon. Along with this news, Warner's made it evident that the film was changing titles from The Day the Earth Blew Up to Bubble Brain, in a likely pedantic and ridiculous marketing move from the studio. However, we've now got news that not only is the movie retaining its original title, but it's finally definitely on the way, with independent distributor GFM Animation picking up global theatrical distribution rights to the picture. That's right, this means the Tunes are headed back to the big screen in what GFM is touting as the first ever fully animated Looney Tunes feature-length movie created for a movie theatre audience. Of course, the Tunes have hit the big screen dozens of times, but previous features have either been live-action animation hybrids like the Space Jam films and Looney Tunes Back in Action, or package features compiling classic cartoons with newly animated linking segments. There have also been a number of Looney Tunes television or direct-to-video movies, such as Looney Tunes Rabbit's Run and Bah Humduck, a Looney Tunes Christmas. So what began as one of these dozens of Looney Tunes TV movies has now become one of the most important and historic Looney Tunes features ever created. As another refresher, according to Warner's now 2-year-old synopsis, Day the Earth Blew Up sees Porky and Daffy out to save the world from a full-scale alien assault. Planet Earth faces the threat of an alien invasion, and humanity's only hope lies with Porky Pig and Daffy Duck. Starring the classic animated odd couple, this sci-fi buddy action comedy turns Porky and Daffy into unlikely heroes when their antics at the local bubblegum factory uncover a secret alien mind control plot. Against all odds, the two are determined to save their town and the world. That is, if they don't drive each other crazy in the process. It's been announced that GFM will share first look footage at the upcoming American film market between October 31 and November 5, 2023. But until then, a brand new still from the film has been released, featuring not only Porky and Daffy, but Porky's longtime, oft-forgotten love interest, Petunia Pig. As a side note, Petunia is the only other classic Looney Tunes character who has has actually been announced to be starring in this film alongside Porky and Daffy, though I'm sure we'll be seeing others like Bugs Bunny appearing throughout the film as well. This is actually the first fully animated frame we've got to see from the film so far, with only rough animation and promotional imagery released to this point. We can instantly see that great retro Looney Tunes cartoon style here, and going by Daffy's design, we'll absolutely be getting a vintage portrayal of everyone's favourite screwball duck from the exact same team who produced those television cartoons. Of the movie, Sam Register, president of Warner Brothers Animation and Cartoon Network Studios, said, "Our artists have created an incredible Looney Tunes film that follows in the cinematic tradition of when audiences first fell in love with these characters. GFM Animation are the perfect partners to help us bring Porky and Daffy back to their rightful place on the big screen." While Guy Collins, GFM's chairman, said, "It's thrilling for the teams here at GFM Animation to be handling the worldwide distribution sales on a movie with such iconic IP, working with the terrific team at Warner Brothers Animation. It is great to see all their hard work in progress at this advanced stage of production. Independents rarely get to work on movies with such affinity awareness from fans worldwide, and we know they are going to love Porky and Daffy's sci-fi adventure just as much as we do." As GFM are a very small, independent company, you'd be forgiven if some of their releases have flown completely under your radar, such as the upcoming Stitchhead starring Asa Butterfield, the recent Leonardo DiCaprio produced eco-film Ozzy Voice of the Forest, or even the ill-fated 2018 Here Comes the Grump, based on the classic DePatie Freeland cartoons. Currently, their highest profile production is Rob Minkoff and Mel Brooks's Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank, which was released by Paramount Pictures as a Nickelodeon movie in the US in 2022. Thankfully, the empty promises are finally over though, and Day the Earth Blew Up is officially due for completion in the second quarter of 2024, which means we could see this one release as early as the holiday season of next year, or potentially over the US-UK summer season of 2025. Of course, there are a couple of other Looney Tunes features in the pipeline. We have an upcoming Wile E. Coyote live-action animation hybrid film set to hit theaters next year, which will follow Wile E. as he attempts to sue the Acme Corporation after decades of malfunctioning products result in personal injuries, loss of business income, and mental suffering. The rumor mill suggests this one will co-star John Cena as the Acme Corporation's evil CEO. While it's been on and off Warner Brothers' theatrical schedule and is currently undated, despite at one point even set for release this year, industry sources tell me that a trailer is set to drop imminently. There's also Bye Bye Bunny, touted as the first ever original Looney Tunes musical, featuring original song and dance numbers and new orchestrations from the Warner Brothers library of legendary movie musicals, which will see Bugs Bunny and his Looney Tunes co-stars set off on a rescue mission to save a kidnapped Daffy Duck. Unfortunately, there's still no news on this one just yet, but the last update we had, maybe a year or so ago, suggests that it is certainly still on the way. But for now, I am very happy with this big Looney Tunes win. Not only are we finally getting the absolutely kick-ass sounding Porky and Daffy film, but it's retaining its original kick-ass title and it's opening in kick-ass theaters. It's all very, very welcome news, and potentially the first sign that the Looney Tunes renaissance isn't over yet and is only just getting started. And at that, I want to know your thoughts on these new developments. Are you excited to see The Day the Earth Blew Up on the big screen? As always, join the conversation down below.